Welcome to a magical world where chickens have fingers and buffalo have wings, where the skin is crispy, the thighs are juicy, and nuclear demon hellfire is something you willingly put in your mouth. Chicken fans, let's eat.
Who loves chicken? You do!
We do!
Delicious chicken, swing on through!
As the name suggests, Atomic Wings specializes in wings, and hot ones at that. They're currently located only in the Mid-Atlantic region, mostly in New York, with a few spots in Maryland and Connecticut. The spot is known for a quick cooking technique that allows an order to be ready in just 4 minutes as opposed to the usual 16 to 20. And in a nod to our ever-growing fast food obsession, the chain is planning a drive-thru for their Hagerstown, Maryland location. But wings aren't the only thing on the menu. They've got waffle fries, tater tots, and jalapeno poppers. There's also a variety of burgers and gyros, as well as chicken sandwiches, chicken-topped salads, chicken and rice, and chicken and waffles. And to go with all that chicken, take your pick of 14 different sauces, including lemon pepper, mango habanero, and several different types of barbecue flavors. Surprisingly, the Atomic Wings aren't the hottest option. Instead, the nuclear wings take the top prize for heat.
These things are gonna go through you like a bullet train to Tokyo.
If you survive, you can top it all off with a deep-fried Oreo. Unlike most of the other chicken chains on this list, Champs Chicken doesn't do a standalone store type of operation. Instead, you can pick up your Champs at convenience stores and gas stations, and Circle K in particular. While gas station food typically has a less than stellar rep, sorry hot dogs spinning around on the warmer for weeks, Champs may just be an exception to the rule. As one Facebook fan put it, the chicken was so much better than you-know-who. Hopefully they weren't talking about their mom. Another described Champs Chicken with all caps, writing, "So good, they cooked it just right." While Champs' specialty is chicken tenders, they also offer chicken sandwiches, chicken dippers, and a chicken dipper bowl that's 1,000 calories of pure, unadulterated road trip fuel. Mashed potatoes, corn, chicken, gravy, and cheese. Champs also offers a selection of other deliciously fried foods, including fish, shrimp, and pork loin. Early risers or late-night road warriors will also appreciate the breakfast menu, where there's a perfect egg, cheese, and chicken or sausage biscuit sandwich. If you live and eat in Wichita, you know Chicken Max. If you're anywhere else in the US, though, you're gonna have to go to Kansas to get your Max on. But the brand has big plans, and they're reportedly looking to open 3 new locations in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And it appears that move is only the beginning for Chicken Max, as their hopes for the future include opening up to 5 more restaurants every year.
It tastes like chicken.
So what's so special about Chicken Max? Smoked chicken, that's what. And all that flavorful goodness comes in the form of wings, power bowls, and quarter or half chickens, all smoked to perfection over almond wood. But outside of the smoker, they do a mean fried version as well, available as tenders, club salads, and chicken sandwiches. Seems like Chicken Max is poised to take over the world, or at least the upper Midwest. Chicken Express has its roots in the heart of the South. They kicked things off in Texas and quickly expanded to more than 250 locations in Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Arkansas. But if you're looking for something of the lighter grilled variety, this might not be the place. Just about everything on the menu seems to be deep fried, well, apart from the sweet tea, that is. But despite the clear fan-favorite style of preparation, there is a surprising amount of variety in their fried chicken offerings. Of course, there are the tenders, along with fried breasts, thighs, and wings, but when you dig a little deeper, you'll find some more unique treats. There are even fried livers and gizzards. And few fast food chains are bold enough to venture into serving up these out-of-the-bucket options.
Our most popular item, believe it or not, would be fish.
In case you're not feeling the chicken, you can always order yourself a flavorful fish fillet. When you think of a fast food chicken sandwich, you're probably thinking of the one from Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, or a bunch of other wannabe copycats. And while just about any update is a vast improvement over the floppy, tasteless McChicken of yore, it's not the only kind of chicken sando worth chowing down on. At Chicken Salad Chick, they're serving up a nostalgic favorite, chicken salad sandwiches, and people are loving the retro vibes. According to Fast Casual, the company had one heck of a 2021, opening 30 new locations and seeing sales almost 50% higher than the previous year. They currently have over 200 restaurants in 17 different states, and they don't look like they're slowing their roll.
We like to cover the gamut of all things for all people that love chicken salad.
If you're still imagining a sad, tasteless glob of mostly mayo, one look at Chicken Salad Chick's menu might just change your mind. This dish may be screaming throwback, but this is a far cry from the stuff our grandmas used to make. There are even over 12 different varieties of the stuff to pick from. In addition to the classics, this salad goes savory with a spicy red relish Rockin' Rita and a bacon ranch Sassy Scotty. There's also the fruity grape apple pecan Fancy Nancy, as well as the spicy jalapeno holly and buffalo barclay. Fun fact, the flavors are all named after founder Stacy Brown's close friends and family. While the news that there's a crack shack coming to the neighborhood sounds like something that would have everyone on Nextdoor in a major tizzy, if it's a crack shack restaurant, get ready for some super tasty chicken. With just 6 locations, 3 in California, 1 in Denver, 1 in Salt Lake City, and 1 in Las Vegas, as chains go, they may be small in numbers, but they've got, as they say, plenty to be cocky about. Even the Michelin Guide gave them a shout out for their San Diego location. This place is serving up a fancy free-range fried bird called Jadori, and you can get it by the piece in a sandwich or as nuggets. It's also sold as chicken oysters, but these oysters are nothing like the Rocky Mountain kind. It's a clever way of using up the meat from the chicken backs, a part that might otherwise go to waste. While the Crack Shack may be all about using the whole bird, their efforts to source ingredients from small local farms are reflected in a higher price tag. In 2022, a 10-piece fried whole Jadori bird in San Diego will cost you roughly $34, while the Coupe de Ville sandwich, a classic fried breast on a brioche bun, clocked in at about $13. If you want a one-stop shop that's got it all, then Golden Chick might be just the thing you've been searching for. The chain's been around for more than 50 years, but they were originally called Golden Fried Chicken as a nod to their signature item.
At Golden Fried Chicken, we've got something for every member of your family.
In the 90s, they dropped the fried from their name and updated their menu to feature not only fried chicken pieces and tenders, but also roasted chicken, chicken sandwiches, and chicken salad as a sandwich or atop a bed of lettuce.
Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck, he's just a regular guy.
The Texas-based company has nearly 200 locations, but it hasn't gotten the press that some other regional chains have. Still, Golden Chick may finally be looking to do a little crowing. Not only have they commissioned a prototype for a modular franchise unit, but they've also come back to life on Twitter. According to Guilty Eats, it seems someone has finally clued them into the benefits of social media marketing. Hopefully, this means Golden Chick will soon be spreading their wings. Huey Magoo's is still quite tiny as regional chains go, with just 30 locations, including some listed as coming soon, in 6 southern states. Currently, you can find them in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Tennessee, but they're planning an expansion that will nearly double their footprint. And they're looking to add new restaurants in those states, as well as making a move into North Carolina and Nevada. Despite the goofy name, there's no kooky Huey Magoo cartoon mascot running around. They do, however, have their own set of emojis, so clearly they're down with the 21st century publicity. Another way they're winning at modern marketing is by boasting about what they call their filet mignon of chicken. It's tenders made from the actual chicken tenderloin. So are these tenders really superior to the imposters made from other parts like breast strips? Looks like you're gonna have to find out for yourself. As the Valdosta State University's newspaper put it, Huey Magoo's is a must-try. Well, case closed. Try saying Krispy Crunchy chicken 6 times really fast, and maybe one will appear near you. KKC offers an insanely craveable product, fried chicken that they claim tastes like heaven with a Cajun accent. It's no surprise then that this chain boasts some strong Louisiana roots. They have also expanded outside the South and are now cooking up a storm at locations in 41 different states. One of the reasons they may not be as well known as the Louisiana chicken chain named after a spinach-eating sailor is that KKC usually co-ops with gas stations and convenience stores. Maybe it's not the first place you expect to find an excellent chicken dinner, but perhaps it should be.
Just because it's gas station food doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, you have to try it for you to know if it's good or not.
According to Thrillist, Krispy Crunchy chicken is, quote, the most underrated item in fast food today. Their recipe features a perfectly blended seasoning mix and just right crunchy fried coating. But the outlet also gave a shout out to the wide variety of unique sides available at KKC. After all, where else are you going to find blueberry biscuits, Cajun empanadas, chicken cracklins, or boudin bites, all while filling up your gas tank too? What's that place with the really good chicken fingers? Trains, Mains, Baines, Pains? Oh yeah, Cane's, that's it. Or wait, could it be Layne's? According to a Frisco, Texas high school newspaper, Raising Cane's is just a copycat, while Layne's Chicken Fingers is the real deal. Their rationale is based on the fact that Layne's was founded in 1994, while Raising Cane's didn't open until 2 years later. That, and according to the outlet, Layne's offers a far superior chicken finger. While Layne's motto that they're, quote, soon to be famous seems to indicate that they're content to be patient, they are slowly expanding operations. For years, their original College Station, Texas flagship was their only restaurant, but they're now branching out to North Texas and on into the Houston area. Could they possibly have their eyes on one day moving into Louisiana to take on Raising Cane's on their own turf? May the best chicken finger win. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken is a regional chain whose reach could best be described as the northwestern part of the Southeast, or possibly the southeastern part of the Midwest. However you want to describe it, the bulk of their restaurants can be found in Kentucky, Missouri, Indiana, and Ohio. Then they've got a few scattered outliers as far north as Wisconsin and as far south as Florida.
Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, made in Tennessee.
For the most part, Lee's offers relatively standard family-friendly fare, but one thing we especially like about Lee's is that they're honest enough to market their chicken breast strips under that name, rather than passing them off as the tenderloins they aren't. Apart from that, fast food menu prices notes that Lee's also beats out their main competitor KFC when it comes to cost, and their meals usually run a few bucks cheaper. As for the taste, the outlet notes Lee's chicken is slightly crunchier and more flavorful as well. But if Lee's chicken bears a strong resemblance to that other chicken chain, there's a good reason for this. It seems founder Lee Cummings was the nephew and former business partner of a certain Harlan Sanders. Just like his white-suited uncle, it seems Cummings too must have had secret spices in his blood. While many fried chicken franchises seem to start in the South, the Midwest is probably the nation's #2 chicken chain incubator, and Mad Chicken is one such Midwestern restaurant. But its origin story isn't the typical homegrown saga of someone's dear old granny frying up chicken during the Great Depression. Instead, the company was launched in 2017 by an Egyptian family in Appleton, Wisconsin. They've since expanded from that base, opening 7 locations in Wisconsin, 1 in Michigan, and even 1 in Pittsburgh. And it seems Mad Chicken has gone cross-regional in its first 5 years. On Milwaukee even reported that they may be opening a California location in the near future. They were expecting to do it in 2020, but, everything went mad that year. The shop's menu offers both wings and tenders, available as wraps, sandwiches, hoagies, and salads. They also do chicken tender bowls where you can get your chicken on top of either mac and cheese or cheesy waffle fries. But where Mad Chicken really stands out is with their sauce selection. They feature 16 flavors in all, including a signature Mad sauce, as well as sriracha, mango habanero, hot honey garlic, several heat levels of buffalo, blue cheese, ranch, garlic parmesan, sweet chili, honey mustard, and your choice of sweet, spicy, honey, or gold barbecue sauce. While banchan may be the big name in Korean fried chicken here in the US, success definitely breeds competition. Enter Mad for Chicken. This chain is actually not all that new since they've been around since way back in 2005. For their first 15 years, they were a New York-only thing, but by summer of 2021, they expanded into the Texas market, where the Dallas Observer says they've been hatching new locations all over the place. After New York and Texas, could California be far behind? With any luck, Mad for Chicken and banchan will get into a Korean chicken war that will wind up with both franchises competing in every state in the union. So what's on the menu at Mad for Chicken? Their signature crispy fried wings, breast strips, and drumsticks are a must-have, but while you wait for your order to be cooked fresh, up to a half hour or so, you can enjoy several Korean or Korean-inspired favorites, including fried dumplings, a bulgogi sandwich, and tteokbokki, as well as the ever-popular truffle fries and mac and cheese. While most of the chicken chains on this list seem to go by the assumption that everything's better when batter dipped and fried, Nando sticks to grilling their chicken. And they don't need any extra fried flavor since they season the heck out of the bird with peri-peri pepper. Nando's sauces, which are also available by the bottle, feature a lemon herb, coconut lemon, garlic, and their classic peri-peri sauce in medium, hot, and XX hot.
My spice at Nando's is medium.
The chain is South African in origin, although they have long since gone global. They're especially popular in the UK, and the Daily Mirror reported that even Prince Harry is a fan. In the US, Nando's now boasts 43 restaurants, with 31 of them in the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. The remaining 12 shops can be found in Chicago or its outlying suburbs. While Nando's has no public plans to open further US locations, it has spawned imitators, such as the Port of Peri Peri. This chain has quite a few locations in the Midwest, but they've also expanded into non-Nando's territories like California, Texas, and New Jersey. Originally based in the Bay Area, Starbird recently extended their reach as far as Los Angeles. And according to Patch, the chain plans to open a whole bunch of restaurants in 2022, all in the Golden State. We don't know when or if Starbird will ever go nationwide, but even the legendary In-N-Out burger joint was entirely California-centric for the first 44 years of its existence. As you'd expect from a Cali chicken chain, Starbird's menu touts how healthy their chicken is, claiming it's always fresh, antibiotic-free, and hand-dipped in gluten-free flour. It is still fried though, so not exactly superfood material. They do both bone-in and boneless wings as well as tenders, with the tenders available in sandwiches, on salads, with baskets of fries, and in tacos. Plant-based garden bird tenders are also available for the vegans, and Starbird's dipping sauces include very California trendy options like wasabi aioli, avocado crema, and spicy sole. Wing It On also has big plans for the future, and as far as they're concerned, the future starts right now. They're based out of North Carolina, but have expanded into Alabama, Connecticut, Georgia, New Jersey, and Texas, with a New York location on the way. Outlets report that the chain is expected to reach into both Florida and Virginia in 2022, and is tweaking the menu and landing high-profile sponsorships like the National Buffalo Wing Festival. While wings are, of course, a large part of their offerings, the restaurant also serves up chicken tender sandwiches. In fact, their name even has a subtitle, Wings and Witches, which alludes to some serious bun-based grub. You can also get their chicken tenders unwitched, and they come in smaller nugget form too. And yet another Wing It On item may have been prompted by the great 2021-22 chicken wing shortage, a special dish called thigh wings. But where Wing It On really brings it on is with their sauces and spices. We're especially partial to the Cajun-spiced Buffalo Bayou, the hot honey meets cheese honey blues, as well as the super spicy Wings of Prey. We also can't ignore the Buffa Rub, a non-messy version of the classic hot wing. If an Outpost ever happens to pop up in your area, definitely try them all for yourself. There's not a bad choice when it comes to their sauces. We'll just cross our fingers that there will be chicken wings aplenty for the rest of time. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite restaurants are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.